that scripture reading, I want to tell a story about it. There was when I was 15 years old. Sorry, my dog is now wants my attention. When I was 15 years old, my father, my stepfather, introduced me to some people from indigenous culture in the Eastern Delaware Nation of the Pennsylvania. I met this man named Grandfather Wayandaga. He was the medicine chief of the Eastern Delaware Nation. This man was probably about 5'2", little guy, but had power and love in him that transcended everything. And as a 15-year-old kid, very angry at the world, very just messed up in my head. I didn't really have the understanding at the time of the importance of this man in my life, what he would become to me. One day we were sitting around a campfire, and I was just being stupid. I was just asking stupid questions. And I said to him, I said, Grandfather Wayne Dago, what's the secret of life? You know, he's an old wise man. Ask him some questions. So he said, love. And it didn't hit me at the time. I thought it was just like a fake, one of those answers. You just whatever. But I want to tell you a little bit about his story. His parents were killed by the United States government. He was put in a school to re-educate him, indoctrinate him into white society. He rebelled against that. He was an enemy of the state. He was hunted by the FBI. They had bounties on his head. There was an actual bounty on his head. And coming from a place where I see it now, this man accepted me into his culture and into his home, his place, and it showed me grace and love and always took time to talk to me, care for me, just give me some wisdom. I didn't see it at the time, but this man had been hunted like a dog his whole life. He'd been treated horribly by people that looked just like me. He had no reason, no rhyme to accept me. I wouldn't have blamed him if he hated everyone for what he went through. But he said love at that moment. And it comes to me a couple years later. I was in a state penitentiary. I was in a ADSEG unit. That's segregation. I was in a hole basically, and went through this. It was so cold you could see the cold air coming through the window, like you could actually see the air coming in. And I wasn't. I was so cold. I had no blanket. I had no pad to lay on because I was on watch. And I never felt so alone in my life. I never felt so much hatred for the world, so much despair in my life until that point. And then all of a sudden, I remember Grandfather Wayne Duggar in that moment telling me love. I had surrounded myself with hate. I had surrounded myself with vice. I had surrounded myself with whatever you can think of, but not love. And when it comes to a point, you make it through something like that. And then I saw the other prisoners, and I saw that I first time came out and saw people as they were, as humans. I was able to forgive all the people that had harmed me. And I was able to forgive myself, honestly, for what I had done to myself. And remembering those words, that love, that the way he treated me, someone that could go through something like that and still love above all is an amazing concept to me. I believe that love will save us in the end. I believe that good will triumph over evil. what we're going through, I don't want to say it's necessary, but it's trial, what we face. And we need to be steadfast in our belief that one day you'll get released. You'll get out of that hole and be birthed into something new. And that's what Jesus taught. That's all Jesus talked about. That's all he did. That's all he talked about, which is forgiveness and love. And to twist it and turn these scriptures into things of hate and weapons, it's disgusting. But we just need to be steadfast in our understanding that in the darkest places, if you shine a light, it's not dark anymore. And with that, I thank you.